Far out. All right, and we're back. Hold on, I'm missing something. Ah. It's after work, it's late. I've got to get the springs in this thing. It's getting detailed first thing tomorrow morning. And I want it to be detailed and look somewhat complete. So I've got the Whiteline lowered springs to go in, and I've got the Whitelines because they don't rate it by like how much they lower it. They just do performance. So these are the springs, the height they're at is just for performance. To go on Whiteline springs, and then later on down the track, we'll be putting in sway bars for a track day. But just for now, get the lowered springs in, get the stance right, get the looks right, because that's what we're all about. And then we can take it to Uncle Billy's detailing first thing in the morning to get the platinum package and looking sweet. I want to get this done and go home. So let's get this thing in the air and try and break the record for the quickest spring change on a Mustang.
I like Mustang. You can use this as well.
Not bad. Oh, sick. Thank you. On that note, if you're a diesel mechanic in Perth and you want to work somewhere sick like here, come work at Walker's. Springs are out pretty quick. Struts on these Mustangs are really easy. Much easier than the RS Focus. That was the situation. And I've now got a proper spring compressor. God, I'm not using bloody spring compressors on the floor of my shed, essentially arming an IED. Right, just like that, easy as. One of them took a hell of a lot longer than what it should have because couldn't get the right tool to sort of get that and at the same time keep that. So I ended up just getting the socket on it, using the vice grips on there, with a bit of rubber in it and getting it done quickly. So front's pretty much done. Let's chuck these back in. Takes like 5 minutes, move on to the rears. All right, fronts are done. Now, onto the rears. The rears should be a lot easier, a lot quicker to do because luckily in the Mustang, it's just 2 bolts for the strut and the strut drops down. You don't need to access through the boot or anything like that. So let's get these rear wheels off, drop the strut, get the spring, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying. It's dark outside, it's quiet, I want to get home. All right, so like I said, you take the 2 bolts out, take the brake bucket bolt out, brake bucket bolt, and then just this subframe bolt here. So once we take these out, get this stand up, wind it under there, lower it down, and that'll drop the subframe enough so that I can just take the spring out, put the new one in, put it all back together. Just like that, I think. Prime example of, oh, no, shit, now the redback's just crawled in there. I should have killed that when I had the chance. Big redback, now it's just crawled in there where I'm gonna be putting my hands, so love that. Anyways, GoPro was hot, so it turned itself off, but spring in and out, just like that. Now let's do this side, and we are done skis. All right, and we're done, and that looks bloody awesome. I reckon now it's sitting pretty bloody perfect, not too low, just nicely. It looks dirty as all hell, and it needs a clean, it needs a detail, and that's where we're going right now. Well, not me right now, you guys are going there right now. I've got to get home, but I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds at Uncle Billy's Detailing. And we're here, lovely day for it. Getting the Mustang detailed at UBD, Uncle Billy's Detailing. And because of the weather, I'm gonna pick it up at a later date. I'm not gonna pick it up today, so we're gonna keep it here over the weekend, and I'll come grab it when it's nice and sunny and when it's all done. And that was actually about 2-3 weeks ago. I filmed that, and it still looks so bloody good. Like, even the tyres are still shiny. That's after 4 weeks. They still look like they've just been shined. Is that a drive-by patting? So absolutely stoked, the car looks amazing. Complete platinum package by Uncle Billy's Detailing. Full ceramic coating. All the interior is done. Now the interior, you get in it, it feels like a brand new car. It smells like a brand new car. They've just updated their unit, all fully lighting, because when I got the car done there, they'd pretty much just moved in. And I'm just like, threw the car at them. So now it's got all the lighting. The place looks unreal. They're doing unreal cars. If you're in North Perth and you need a detail, Uncle Billy's Detailing. And that's it. I think that completes the Mustang. That completes the look of it. Because right now it is sitting very pretty. It's sitting the perfect height. I think the rims are perfect. It's looking nice. The paint looks absolutely unreal in the sun. Everything about the car just, Maybe it could be a little bit louder. But I mean, that's what that big V8 will be for, and that's what this car will be for. But I've got one more modification to do to it. The guys at Whiteline saw the springs I put in it. They said, hey, let's get that thing performing like an actual track car. Let's get it performing like an actual Mustang. Let's honor the racing heritage of the Mustang. So I've got a few more parts to put on it. That'll be next week's video. So until then, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Monday public holiday. And I'll see you next week. So just finished up the ANZAC dawn service. And it was probably the best dawn service I've ever been to. Pretty much because the PA system was actually loud enough that you could hear everyone speaking, and quite clearly too. Like, it was a loud PA system. There's nothing worse than going to a dawn service and you can barely hear a word that's being said. And not only that, but a jet flew past. I'm not sure what kind of jet it was, but we're near the airbase where all the jet training happens. I think it was on its way to the city. But to have that jet sort of fly over in the background behind the Australian flag, behind the cenotaph, that was pretty sick. So definitely the best dawn service I've been to so far. But now is the best part about ANZAC Day dawn services. Well, now that I'm out, when I was in, there was everyone starting to drink pretty much immediately after. But now that I'm out, it's going to Macca's to get a coffee straight after the dawn service. Actually, instead of Macca's, I'll go to the cafe on the beach, see if they're open. We'll cruise past, see if they're open.